Twitter presidents?
Twitter presidents.
What?
All about that social media.
Okay.
So,
I don't even.
when Putin was prime minister.
Oh,
Prime
okay,
Minister,
y'all. All right, here we go. USvRussia. Go.
Okay, so when Putin was prime minister, he went on his campaign across the nice part of Russia, right?
Nice part of Russia.
Yeah, not Siberia, not
the northern part.
Not the cold side.
I thought
Moscow
Russia
down.
was like east and west.
Yeah, it's east and west, and then there's
Siberia,
north and south on the nice European part of Russia. The European side is the nice part,
okay.
where it doesn't freeze over like. Mm-hmm. Well, it does, but not as bad as Siberia because you'll die if you don't know how to live there. But anyways, Putin went from basically
trap tigers, wear tiger fur, Siberian tigers.
No, they shoot someone for that. That's illegal to them too, because they're endangered species.
Because it's so cold, people had to wear them.
I guess.
Okay.
I guess if it came down to that. But yeah, so Putin went north to south and then south to north back to Moscow on this social media campaign where he drove, met the people, went to all these small towns and whatnot. And it's very...
Like a grassroots type of campaign?
Yeah, it's very akin to what Obama's doing now. He's a Twitter president, the first social media president, like the big internet social media as well. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I noticed that similarity today in class, and I had like, my mind was blown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want to hear about how Russia and the United States are the same damn country.
That's very controversial, my friend.
You started it. That's what you said.
I know. So
those are your words.
A lot of the policies are similar.
Anything you say can and will be used against you.
In the court of law.
Exactly.
Got it. But yeah, a lot of the policies are very similar.
Okay. Well, the big thing on U.S. news was the band Pussy Riot. They got in trouble, and now they're in jail for saying things against the government. In the United States, that wouldn't happen.
They got in trouble for going into a church naked.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
It's a church. So
like Jesus was naked in the manger.
Just like America, Russia's a big religious country. Eastern Orthodoxy, right?
Okay.
And we have Christianity here. They have Eastern Orthodox Christianity over there. You don't do that in a church in America. You'd get arrested. You'd get arrested for going anywhere naked in America unless it was designated otherwise that you could. That's why they have nudist colonies. But Pussy Riot, they got arrested not completely for bashing the government because people do that all the time. Uh-huh. They got arrested because they were naked in a church. They gave them a reason to get arrested. They gave the government a reason to arrest them.
The news never mentioned their nudity. That's interesting.
Really?
No.
You gotta read the right news.
I was listening to it on the radio, NPR.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I don't listen to that shit anymore.
Yeah, but you get arrested if you came to this area butt ass naked and someone complained about it.
It's private property. They can't arrest you.
It's not my property. It's their property.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can be naked, and then they're like, no, ma'am, you can't be naked. You got to go. I'm like, okay, I'll go. If you stay, then you're trespassing.
Yes.
You're arrested.
That's exactly what they did in the church. Sure, they were right to, use their right to protest, but they went about it the wrong way.
What's wrong with being naked? I don't understand.
It's a church. That's what's wrong with it. Children. They're freaking out and stuff. Old ladies. I don't know. I
Seems to me like they should be...
I'm a bit conservative when it comes to things like that.
People being naked?
Yeah, don't get naked in public places. A lot of people don't want to see that.
Then don't look!
It's not their place to... They don't own the church, so they can't just go anywhere and say...
Jesus owns the church. They don't. Nobody does.
The state owns the church, period.
The state owns the church in Russia? In the United States, I don't think the state owns the church. Or, yeah, the state doesn't own the church.
Then how are we a
God
Christian?
does.
How are we a Christian nation?
I don't know. Separation of church and state.
That's not what I've been seeing in history. George W. Bush said we are a Christian nation. Obama's pushing like programs for Muslims. He shouldn't have a hand in that at all. That should be handled by other people, not the president.
Well, they can do whatever they want. They have the right of freedom of speech just like anybody else.
True.
They want to promote religion, let them promote religion.
But
however, they don't have a right to impose it on others.
Yeah. But with as much shit as Obama gets and as much shit as Putin gets, they need to be concentrating on other things other than religion. You know what they're using it for? Well, Russia uses religion for mind control, to control the country, because everybody's highly religious after the Stalin era.
That's the same thing the U.S. does. The United States does.
Yeah.
Okay. Hence the reason.
That's why I brought it up.
We're the same country.
There was a thing. It's propaganda everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. How much time do we have?
Give me an example of propaganda.
I'm trying to think of something relatable between the two. So, propaganda. Oh, here we go. U.S. says, Russia's the enemy. They're bad. They're evil. They have values that oppose ours. Russia says, the U.S. is the enemy. They're bad. They're evil. They have values that oppose ours. And then they start spewing out all these facts about why they're right. That's basically propaganda in essence. And then you'd have to do a little bit of digging to see, yeah, they're both spewing bullshit, basically. Because nobody knows anything about Russia and the U.S. They just eat up what the government gives them or what other people tell them who maybe haven't necessarily been to Russia to see the conditions, but the Russian public, they're basically the same
as ignorant as the U.S. public.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. They're both very large nations. Many, many people. Do they have mosquitoes in Russia? Hey, what do they call them?
I don't think they do. I've never been though.
Russia's not
wait,
the
of course
United
they would.
States. They don't have mosquitoes.
Areas. Don't say that. Not on TV.
Dang, mosquitoes are eating me up right now. Bullshit.